An unexamined life is not worth living. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. He is richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature. One thing only I know, and that is that I know nothing. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. To find yourself, think for yourself. True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. When the debate is over, slander becomes the tool of the loser. Let him who would move the world first move himself. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Be nicer than necessary to everyone you meet. Everyone is fighting some kind of battle. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. Do not do to others what angers you if done to you by others. Envy is the ulcer of the soul. Every action has its pleasures and its price. I am not an Athenian or a Greek, but a citizen of the world. I know that I am intelligent, because I know that I know nothing. If you want to be a good saddler, saddle the worst horse, for if you can tame one, you can tame all. Life contains but two tragedies. One is not to get your heart's desire, the other is to get it. Once made equal to man, woman becomes his superior. Prefer knowledge to wealth, for the one is transitory, the other perpetual. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. The hottest love has the coldest end. The hour of departure has arrived, and we go our separate ways, I to die, and you to live. Which of these two is better, only God knows. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. Understanding a question is half an answer. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. We cannot live better than in seeking to become better. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. Every action has its pleasure and its price. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. I know you won't believe me, but the highest form of human excellence is to question oneself and others. No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. Remember that there is nothing stable in human affairs. Therefore, avoid undue elation in prosperity or undue depression in adversity. Remember, what is unbecoming to do is also unbecoming to speak of. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. The easiest and noblest way is not to be crushing others, but to be improving yourselves. The guardians must be lovers of learning, like noble puppies who determine what is familiar and foreign by knowledge and ignorance. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. The shortest and surest way to live with honor in the world is to be in reality what we would appear to be. And if we observe, we shall find that all human virtues increase and strengthen themselves by the practice of them. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. When the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. When you want wisdom and insight as badly as you want to breathe, it is then you shall have it. Be the kind of person that you want people to think you are. By all means marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher. Children nowadays are tyrants. They contradict their parents, gobble their food, and tyrannize their teachers. He is richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature. I do nothing but go about persuading you all, old and young alike, not to take thought for your persons or your properties, but in chiefly to care about the greatest improvement of the soul. I know that I am intelligent, because I know that I know nothing. If the whole world depends on today's youth, I can't see the world lasting another 100 years. In childhood be modest, in youth temperate, in adulthood just, and in old age prudent. Nobody is qualified to become a statesman who is entirely ignorant of the problem of wheat. The greatest blessing granted to mankind come by way of madness, which is a divine gift. Wealth does not bring about excellence, but excellence makes wealth and everything else good for men, both individually and collectively.